Hello and welcome to Science Monitor, your favorite weekly news program on science, technology, invention and innovation. I'm Aishwarya Kapoor. In today's episode, we will talk about the conclusion of the 8th India International Science Festival held in Bhopal. We will also tell you about the world record created this time at IISF 2022. There'll be lots more science news, but let's begin with the headlines. 8th India International Science Festival held in Bhopal successfully concluded. 15 activities were organized this time in the 4-day mega event of science. The main attraction of IISF remains the International Science Film Festival of India. More than 90 science films from India and abroad were screened from 21st to 23rd of January. 13 films got the award. New world record of robot assembling created at IISF 2022. Around 1,500 students participated in the Guinness Book of World Records activity. And information about the latest activities around the world related to science and technology in special segment Science Express. And now the news in detail. The 8th India International Science Festival held in Bhopal was successfully concluded. Organized from January 21st to 24th, 2023, 15 activities dedicated to science and technology were organized during this event. This year, India is presiding over the G20, due to which the importance of this program has increased further. A special report of Science Monitor on IISF 2022.
The 8th India International Science Festival, organized at Maulana Azad National Institute of Technology, Bhopal, starting January 21st, concluded on January 24th, having achieved all its objectives. At the closing ceremony of the event, central ministers, Madhya Pradesh government officials and organizers talked about the success of this important science conclave while discussing the goals and challenges for Indian science. Speaking on the occasion, Union Agriculture and Farmers Welfare Minister Narendra Singh Tomar said that India has immense potential for science, technology and innovation in all walks of life, including the agriculture sector. As the world celebrates the Year of Millet under G20, he said India is the most suitable country to guide the world with its knowledge about growing millet. Madhya Pradesh's Science and Technology Minister Om Prakash Saklecha also shared his views at the event. Talking about the event, he said that apart from the Mega Startup Expo, this edition of IISF saw 1,500 young scientists brainstorming about emerging technology in all sectors, including biotechnology. The Secretary of the Department of Science and Technology, Dr. S. Chandrasekhar, said, the India International Science Festival is fast emerging as a platform to deliberate on global challenges.
मुझे बहुत प्रसन्नता है कि विज्ञान भारती राज्य सरकार और केंद्र सरकार ने मिलकर देश भर के विद्यार्थियों के लिए, वैज्ञानिकों के लिए, स्टार्टअप्स के लिए यह एक सक्षम मंच उपलब्ध कराया। इसमें बहुत सारे प्रयोग भी हुए हैं। मुझे बताया गया प्रयोगों को गिनीज वर्ल्ड ऑफ रिकॉर्ड में भी स्थान प्राप्त हुआ है और साथ ही साथ बहुत सारे विमर्श के दौरान अनेक प्रकार के सुझाव भी आए होंगे। संबंधित मंत्रालयों ने उन्हें नोट डाउन भी किया है और मैं इस अवसर पर आप सबको आश्वस्त करना चाहता हूं कि इस पूरे विचार विमर्श का जो निचोड़ है, जब सरकार के पास आएगा तो सरकार योग्य रूप से उसमें कार्रवाई करेगी। इस पूरे कार्यक्रम के सफलता के सोपान तक पहुंचाने के लिए संबंधित मंत्रालय और संस्थाओं के प्रति मैं हार्दिक धन्यवाद और हार्दिक बधाई प्रेषित करता हूं।
The India International Science Festival also had programs like the Young Scientists Conference among its repertoire of 15 events. About 2,500 students participated in this conference to learn about new technologies and innovations. This year, IISF's flagship program Science Literature Festival Vigyanika was organized on a bigger scale. Vigyanika saw the rich heritage of India displayed through the multilingual scientific literature, science poetry, science drama, and folk art. During the Vigyanika program, panel discussions and scientific sessions were organized on various topics related to science and society. A science puppet presentation and a science drama on Galileo were also the main attractions in the Vigyanika program.
मध्य प्रदेश ने अभी विज्ञान एवं प्रौद्योगिकी एवं नवाचार नीति 2022 जारी करी है। इसका उद्देश्य इस क्षेत्र में अनुसंधान एवं नवाचार को बढ़ावा देकर उद्योग एवं नवोन्मेष स्टार्टअप इस तंत्र को और ज्यादा विकसित करना, यही नीति मध्य प्रदेश के निर्माण में आने वाले समय में काफी सहयोगात्मक एवं नवाचार से करने में सक्षम बनाएगी।
Programs like the Startup Conclave and Young Scientists Conference were big draws that saw huge participation and a number of visitors. Through these two programs, discussions were held on establishing India at the forefront of solving challenges, along with building a scientific and technology-savvy society. Setting new goals for the future, the 8th edition of IISF in Bhopal successfully took another step forward.
The International Science Film Festival of India remained the main attraction of IISF 2022. More than 90 science films from India and abroad were screened during this festival, organized from 21st to 23rd of January 2023. 13 noted films were awarded based on different areas of science and technology, including those produced by DST's Vigyan Prasar. A Science Monitor report on this special event.
The International Science Film Festival of India has become an integral part of IISF, which is now counted among the biggest science festivals. Initiated by Vigyan Prasar to enhance the understanding and celebrate the achievements of science and technology through films, one of the most important mediums of communication, this film festival has provided a global platform for science films from India and around the world. The International Science Film Festival of India was successfully organized from 21st to 23rd of January as part of the 8th IISF held at Bhopal. This year, entries for 437 films were received from across the country and the world. Out of these, 61 Indian and 33 foreign films were chosen for the festival. As per tradition, a total of 13 films, 9 Indian and 4 foreign, were awarded in various categories by an eminent jury.
Any kind of film festival, I wouldn't just confine it to science and technology, but almost anything that could make a science film festival a success. I wholeheartedly recommend him for any such major event in the domain of science film festivals that happen in this country. We've realized how important science film festivals are, how important films are, and how important all of this is for science communication, popularization, and its extension, which we call it as scope. Scope through films, scope through film festivals is a very effective medium to ensure that our science communication and popularization reaches to the masses, irrespective of language, irrespective of the background, to the masses in a much more effective manner.
Among the shortlisted films in the Science, Technology and Innovation category, for Sustainable Development category, the first prize went to the film Henley, India's first dark sky reserve, produced by the Indian Institute of Astrophysics. Satyajit Ray film and Television Institute's film Borshi, the Fish, won the second prize. while the third prize went to Malba Malba, produced by Arjun Roy, Harshvardhan Ojha and Aparesh Mishra. The film Struggle for Survival won the first prize in the Science, Technology and Innovation to address the climate change category. The film is about ground nesting birds. The second prize in the same category went to the UK film Secret of the Forest. And the third prize went to the film I Was Just a Child from the Philippines. In the third category, titled Science, Technology and Innovation for Better Life, the first prize went to American filmmaker Tiffany Dieter's film Biophysical Field Methods Goba Beb, and the second prize in this category went to filmmaker Deepak Kumar's film Exploring the Great Indian Legacy. And the third prize went to Vigyan Prasad's Saving the Himalayan Yak, directed by director-producer Rakesh Andania.
विज्ञान की फिल्म कहते हैं तो उस विज्ञान को किस तरह से कम्युनिकेट करें जो आम आदमी को भी समझ में आ जाए। तो हम हर फिल्म में, और इसलिए कला है, इसलिए सिनेमा है, विज्ञान को कहने के लिए ही सिनेमा बना है। बेसिकली वो देखा जाए तो सिनेमा जो बना है वो विज्ञान से बना है। अगर कैमरा नहीं पैदा होता तो सिनेमा नहीं होता। आप पेंटिंग के ज़रिए जाहिर करते, पर वो उतना सक्षम नहीं होता जितना सिनेमा सक्षम है, क्योंकि सिनेमा समूचा है, उसमें आवाज़ भी है, म्यूज़िक भी है, तस्वीर भी है और एनवायरनमेंट भी है। तो इसीलिए जो सिनेमा जिसे हम बोलते हैं वो सिनेमा कंप्लीट होना चाहिए। जो भी फिल्म हमको ये सब चीज़ों का मज़ा देती है वो सक्षम फिल्म है।
The film Saving the Himalayan Yak, produced by Vigyan Prasad, a division of DST, is based on the yak, which is an important part of the Himalayan ecosystem. This film shows the importance of the animal, which plays a major role in the biodiversity of high-altitude areas, its current status, and the scientific interventions and measures being taken for its conservation.
इंटरनेशनल साइंस फिल्म फेस्टिवल ऑफ इंडिया, जिसका यह 8वां संस्करण जो हमने भोपाल में आयोजित किया, IISF 2022 का ये एक विशेष भाग था और इसमें दुनिया भर के करीब 60 देशों से 475 एंट्रीज़ हमें मिली, जिसमें 33 देशों की 95 फिल्में दिखाई गईं और ये अवार्ड्स भी दिए गए जिसमें दुनिया के कई देश शामिल हैं। तो मुझे लगता है कि देश में जो इनोवेशन हो रहे हैं, जो नए अनुसंधान हो रहे हैं और जो नए डेवलपमेंट हो रहे हैं, उसको अब हमें जो चुनौती मिली है आने वाले 25 बरस में कि जो विकसित भारत की तस्वीर हमको प्रस्तुत करनी है, उसमें ये फिल्में बहुत बड़ा अपनी भूमिका निभा सकती हैं।
Apart from this, wonders of Himalkasa, reclaiming wasteland in Bhopal, the nationalist scientist Acharya P.C. Ray, and Iranian film Crisis got the Special Jury Mention Prize.
The tradition of setting world records continued in the 8th edition of India International Science Festival as well. In the last 7 years, 15 world records have been created during various editions of IISF. This time, one more world record has been added to this count. The students of Bhopal created a new world record of robot assembling together by the largest number of people and registered a record in the name of India. A Science Monitor report.
Since its inception in 2015, India International Science Festival envisaged that world records would be created to celebrate inventions and achievements in the field of science and technology. This has been a successful endeavor in every edition of IISF since then. In the previous 7 editions of the festival, students have registered 15 world records in the Guinness Book of World Records by replicating the successes of Indian scientists in the form of models and lectures. All these records were displayed in the Hall of Fame in this edition of IISF held at Bhopal. This time, the theme of the world record incorporated agriculture and technology in line with the Amrit Kal, the guiding principles for our journey in the next 25 years, and the broader G20 theme. Children had to assemble model agribot kits. Earlier, the world record was held by Hong Kong, where in 2019, 279 people got together to assemble robots.
It is great to see the passion and the enthusiasm by the students. They were very enthusiastic about the whole thing. And it was a very incredible moment to see so many people gathered together, assembling robots, and all in the name of science and technology.
1,500 students from schools in and around Bhopal turned up at IISF on 23rd of January to participate in the largest ever robot assembling effort. Agribot kits were distributed to the children in the presence of organizers, technicians and representatives of the Guinness Book. And at the prescribed time, the kids started assembling the kits. Out of 1,500, 1,484 children successfully assembled agribots, setting a new world record and breaking the previous world record by a huge margin.
1,484 is the new record.
I apply and then I send few proposals for them to check in their archives, because creating a record is not easy. Similarly, breaking is also not easy. What they normally do is that the title, the proposal which you share with them, they take around 2 months' time to check their archive. Then they decide to whether at all this particular proposal has to be approved for a title. Basically when you can see here, it's mentioned title, most people assembling robots simultaneously. We get the title and we have to achieve the records accordingly. So when we set a record, we have no limitation. It's up to us to select the number of students and create it.
Over the years, the Guinness Book of World Records activity has become one of the most engaging events at IISF. The thrill of setting world records is a big attraction for the younger generation.
I feel very grateful to say this, that we won the Guinness World Book of Record, and it's a joyful moment today for us, not only for our school, state, but for our country. It's the pride of our nation, it's the pride for our country to be proven that we can beat other countries, we can be on the top and we will be on the top always.
वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड बनाया, पूरा देश का नाम रोशन किया, और ऐसा वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड बीट करना बहुत बड़ी बात होती है, और स्कूल की वजह से अपॉर्चुनिटी मिली तो बहुत खुश हूँ.
We were first of all in the morning we were so nervous to come here कि क्या होगा, कैसे होगा, and when we became we did the record holder, we are so happy for that.
Students participating in the world record not only attempt hands-on activities, but also become aware of achievements of Indian science, innovative and technological developments and global challenges during the event. This effort encourages and attracts them towards science and technology.
And now let's take a look at some of the latest developments around the world related to science and technology in our special segment, Science Express.
The country's most prestigious civilian awards, the Padma Awards for various fields, were announced on the eve of Republic Day. A total number of 106 Padma Awards, including 2 Padma Vibhushan, 1 Padma Bhushan and 8 Padma Shri Awards in medicine and science and engineering have been announced. Indian-American scientist Srinivas Varadam has been awarded the Padma Vibhushan, while Indian pediatrician Dr. Dilip Mahalanobis of West Bengal has also been awarded the Padma Vibhushan posthumously. Dr. Mahalanobis has been bestowed this honor for the use of oral rehydration solution, that is ORS. ORS is considered one of the most important medical discoveries of the 20th century, as it can prevent more than 90% of deaths from diseases like diarrhea and cholera. Noted physicist Deepak Dhar of Tata Institute of Fundamental Research has been awarded the Padma Bhushan. Dr. Jitendra Singh, the Union Minister of Science and Technology and Earth Sciences, has appreciated the contributions of the Department of Biotechnology, Government of India, and the Biotechnology Industry Research Assistance Council, that is BIRAC, in the development of the world's first intranasal vaccine, and also congratulating Team Biotech for this development. The Union Minister also mentioned Mission COVID Suraksha, launched by the Government of India. The indigenous vaccine is the world's first nasal vaccine. It has been developed by Bharat Biotech International Limited through BIRAC in partnership with Mission COVID Suraksha. The vaccine has been approved for restricted use in emergency situations for ages 18 and above for primary 2-dose schedule and a booster dose. The vaccine will prove to be very helpful in the war against COVID-19. A team of scientists from the Jawaharlal Nehru Centre for Advanced Scientific Research, Bengaluru, an autonomous institute under the Department of Science and Technology, has developed artificial synapse for brain-like computation with industry-compatible nitride semiconductors. The developed hardware aims at mimicking a biological synapse that monitors and remembers the signal generated by the stimuli. The scientists used scandium nitride, a semiconductor material with supreme stability and complementary metal oxide semiconductor compatibility, for this. This invention can provide a new material for stable, CMOS-compatible optoelectronic synaptic functionalities at a relatively lower energy cost and hence the potential to be translated into an industrial product. In the current era of artificial intelligence, a brain-like computing approach can help meet the growing computational needs. This research by Indian scientists has recently been published in the scientific journal Advanced Electronic Materials. A newly discovered plateau from Maharashtra could prove to be a storehouse of information for studying the effects of climate change on species survival. Discovered in the Thane region of the Western Ghats, one of India's 4 global biodiversity hotspots, the region is a repository of information for species interactions. The Agharkar Research Institute has been studying the biodiversity of the spot for the past 1 decade. The rare low-altitude basalt plateau with 76 species of plants and shrubs from 24 different families is believed to be a storehouse of diverse species information. This can be helpful in studying the effects of climate change on species survival and raising awareness about the conservation needs of rock outcrops and their enormous biodiversity value in a global context. These outcrops have seasonal water availability and limited soil and nutrients, making them ideal laboratories for studying the effects of climate change on species survival. Platosphere is thus a valuable source of insight into how species can survive in extreme conditions.
That is all in today's edition of Science Monitor. Keep sending your feedback and suggestions through email. Our email ID is indiascience@vigyanprasar.gov.in. You can also write into us at Vigyan Prasar, A50, Sector 62, Noida 201309, Uttar Pradesh. So we'll take your leave now. See you again next week. Till then, stay safe and think scientifically. Bye for now.